Oh boy, everybody! It's the Mean Boys podcast.
It sure is.
We had one of my favorite comedians, Joe Derosa, on the program today. A guy I'm a big fan of.
Likewise.
Very, very, very lovely man. And boy, is it a weird episode.
The energy is strange on this one. I want to say we're not shitting on Joe. Joe's a great dude. It was super cool of him to carve out time to come do the show. That said, you can feel the energy disparity from jump on this one.
Yeah, he seems pretty over the whole thing.
Yeah. You'll get to hear him switch into 3 different chairs, each more of a problem than the last. You'll get to hear him get very angry at the Academy Awards and vegans, and then be relatively quiet for the rest of the show.
Yeah, I think that's just Joe's energy, and maybe we're being a bit sensitive. But
yeah, no, we genuinely do appreciate having Joe on. Listen to his podcast, We'll See You in Hell, over on the HeadGum Network. Super great show, especially if you like horror movies or sci-fi or any of that.
And check out his albums, too. They're fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, they're all great, man. I fucking dig them.
Really great comic. One of our stranger episodes to date, but, we'll let you guys dig in. I think there's some good shit floating around
I think you'll enjoy it. It's a little bit of a fun train wreck.
Look at it this way. We're not quite at Dan St. Germain levels of weird on this one. It'll never be that weird again.
No, I don't think so. That was, but no fault of Dan's. That was just
no, and this is
madness.
no fault of Joe's necessarily. It just
no.
Sometimes the energy gets a little wonky, but anyway, enjoy the episode. In the meantime, leave us an iTunes review. 5-star review helps us quite a bit. We are trying to get to 250 to make Connor McSpadden eat soup against his salty autistic wishes.
Yeah, man. Geeks McDeeks writes, so Connor is Regina George, Keith is Gretchen Wieners, and Tom is Jonah Hill. All right, time to marathon and get caught up.
Wait, who are the others?
These are Mean Girls characters.
Yeah, except Jonah Hill's not in Mean Boys.
He's not in Mean Boys.
Or in Mean Girls.
I mean, not yet.
But I think he's saying I don't belong.
Dude, I want to get this podcast to the point where it's like actors come on to promote their movies.
Dude, I would love that.
Sitting down with Hugh Jackman, and he's like, Mexican joke off. What's It's my Hugh Jackman impression.
I started it like I was going to contribute to the riff, and then realized I had nothing in the tank.
Yeah, you'll understand why we're so zonked after you listen to this episode.
I heard he's secretly gay.
Joe DeRosa? Probably.
No,
Oh, for riffs like that, support the show on Patreon, patreon.com/meanboys. New bonus content every single week. Us riffing, telling fun stories, answering your questions, doing that whole thing. All for $5 small dollars a month, which do make a huge difference in our lives. And for $10 a month, you get yourself a little bit of a goodie, a little treat in the mail every month.
Get yourself a piece of merch so good, people keep stealing them out of people's mailboxes.
Yeah, we're gonna look into that. I don't know if there's some kind of a post office anti-podcasting campaign.
Yeah, I don't know if we can add some sort of "please don't steal me" stamp.
Dude, that makes sense because so many podcasts promote a company. Okay, well, I wasn't gonna give them free ad space, but yeah.
Okay, so this is some sort of racketeering program.
Yeah, where they're like, we got to kill them because they're killing us.
Mark Maron's gonna break Tom's legs. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Oh, that would be pretty. He's on our side though.
What's up?
Me and Mark Maron are gonna go shoot a post office.
Oh, I think it was you because we used the post office. We're like scabs.
Oh, yeah. I guess we are.
I could fight Maron.
I don't know. He's like one of those buffalo dudes.
No, Tom could kill Mark Maron with his hands.
I mean,
dude.
Tom would kill most people.
Yeah,
but I think
this is not a knock on Mark.
I think he'd put up a better fight than you think.
He's taller than you think.
He's also got a lot of guitars, and once he'd gotten done explaining them to you, he could probably hit you with one of those.
Yeah,
that'll sure beat the fuck out of my knives.
Anyway,
okay. Now that we have threatened to murder,
no, I love Mark Maron. Just to clarify.
Yeah, well, we love Joe DeRosa until we saw that panned out.
Yeah, I want to clarify. This is a hypothetical thing that I was speaking of. I genuinely like
when
Maron.
most podcasts do the intro, it's just like, hey, tell your friends about the
felony.
show. Don't commit any crimes. If
I was saying
a few
if you ever
bucks,
attack
support our
me,
Patreon page. Oh, man, here's some tour dates we've got coming up. And we're like, yeah, I'm going to kill Joe Rogan with the shovel made out of his wife. I'm not going to do that. That was a bit.
The Mean Boys are going on tour.
Oh, boy, guys.
All through April, we are going to be on the road. We're going to motherfucking Milwaukee, Chicago, Fort Wayne, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and New York motherfucking city. I got them all in order.
You did. That's right, bitch.
That was maybe the best one.
Get your motherfucking tickets, you whores, at meanboyspodcast.com.
Yeah, enjoy the show or we'll kill your family.
No, we're nice guys, man.
Yeah, that's why we're called Mean Boys.
Well, we're nice guys. We're mean boys.
Pick up your tickets. Most of the ticket links are up. The ones that aren't will be soon. Make sure you jump on the email list at meanboyspodcast.com to know exactly when those go up.
and give us your money like a ninja.
Yeah, there we go.
And fucking subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the shows are up there. Fuck with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. There's a new Mean Boys subreddit. And unfortunately, as of now, the #1 post is someone saying that Tom is correct. So we got to change that. Go
Yeah,
post
get up
there.
in the Mean Boys subreddit. You guys, let's build a little community. You guys are all real fun with us.
Someone made it, so I'll give him a shot. Yeah, go do that. I'm not. If you tag me, I can't read that every day because I'll go crazy. But
I'll learn how to use Reddit for this.
no, you won't. All right. Everybody enjoy this week's episode, in quotes. Just kidding. With the lovely and talented Joe Derosa. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. If you hate somebody, it's because you see something in them you hate about yourself, you fucking loser. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Keith Carey.
I'm Tom Goss.
And I'm
Selling upskirt videos outside the hookah store. All right, Joe, I've never. This is a pretty unprecedented level of disdain just so far into the proceedings. Joe DeRosa joins us.
that
in the
I'm
studio.
showing.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know if this is just the resting Joe face.
Oh, this is how I just am.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what about anything Joe's ever done has been like, oh, I thought he was going to be bubblier. Like,
Yeah, no. This is just me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy to be here.
Really, that's shocking to me. This is a big step down for you, man.
Well, I mean, most podcasts I dread it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do very many
oh man,
because I have to do my own, and that takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then
Way to sneak a plug in. Nicely done.
Well, I didn't even name it, so it's. But yeah, no, I have to do my own, and that takes a lot of time. And then I really do. Some of them the ones I do are the ones that I like.
Okay.
So this one, I was like, this sounds fun, so I'll do it. Like,
Nice.
but I pass on most.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, that was a nice power move. It's like, guys, this is kind of
Yeah,
a
you're all
big-
very lucky to have me.
No, I don't mean it. Yeah.
We're just fucking with you.
No, I know. I don't mean it like that though. I mean, half of these,
No, I get. Yeah.
90% of these podcasts are who gives a fuck.
Oh, they're dark.
Oh, yeah.
With the exception of like 2, maybe every podcast I've done, I'm just like, fucking, please kill me. Like, do I really
Yeah.
need your 43 listeners to know about my album they're not going to buy?
it's
It
just-
should cost
who cares?
$10,000 to start a podcast. This has been my firm position for a while. There are too many. The barrier of entry is too low.
Yeah, that makes sense. We need to build a gate.
Yeah.
And since I've already made this horrifyingly uncomfortable, I'll suck your dick a little bit, Joe. Did you know you're actually the reason that I am on antidepressants? I saw you do a great bit about that. I gave them a shot, and they work very well for me. So I just want to say a gay personal thanks to you
Thank
for
you.
that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's nice. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, man.
I actually, I know the bit you're talking about. And when I was doing that bit, I was surprised at the year or two or whatever when I was running that hour. I was always surprised. Like that was the bit that people would always come up after the show and say like, "Hey, man, that bit I really relate to that. Like, thank you."
Yeah.
And it was weird because it was so hard to make it funny.
Yeah. I'll tell you two more. You gave me a CD when we were doing stand-up Scottsdale in Arizona that I liked. That was very nice. And I got dumped before I had to take a 24-hour Greyhound bus to a NACA conference. And on the way back, after I had been drinking in the snow all weekend and thinking about killing myself, I listened to Depression Auction, and I very much enjoyed it. So I'm a fan, man. It's great to have you on. I like your shit, dude.
Well, thank you. I like you too.
Oh,
I do like that
Yeah.
none of those stories were the time you pulled a sock out of a Speedo and then put it in his drink at the Comedy Store.
Hey, I was hoping he wasn't going to remember that one.
What happened?
When you were judging you remember when you judged the roast battle between Earl Skakel and Joe Dosh and they ganged up?
God, they really,
Yeah, we were the weird naked dudes like buttering each other
okay,
on
yeah,
stage.
yeah,
and at one point he had like a sock stuffed in like his Speedo and he just pulled it out and put it in your drink.
That's fine.
That's
Yeah.
the best Craigslist missed encounter. We were the naked buttery dudes that were bothering
that's
you.
roast battle. You have to expect it.
You got to expect you're going to get a dick
But
in your...
fucking Joe and Earl,
Yeah.
I love those guys. But those fucking assholes wrote roast jokes for me.
Yeah.
And then I started doing my judging, and they're like barreling these fucking one-liners at
Yeah,
me.
you were getting
And I'm getting buried, and I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't write fucking jokes about it. Like, I'm just sitting here trying to judge the goddamn.
Yeah, my job was to get drunk and be kind of mean to you guys.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
They really took the heat off us antagonistic carb lords. That was nice of them. Tell us about your podcast. You're going to hell, right? We'll
Yes,
see
but
you in
that's not
hell.
the title of
I'm,
it.
I'm a fucking piece of shit. I
On a
just
separate
looked it
note,
up
I
to
am.
get it right, and I fucked it up. Sorry.
Is it, Pat Walsh and I have a podcast called We'll See You in Hell. And it's about a horror movie, sci-fi, fantasy movie podcast, and we review movies and discuss movies of that genre, and sometimes do DVD commentaries.
Nice.
For movies of that genre, and that's basically it. Like it's a very stony kind of potheady.
Yeah,
drunk.
I listened to it quite a bit. And
Yeah.
I dig it. It's fun watching you get to a
Thank you.
sputtering rage over certain bullshit.
You ever
Been a
seen
lot
Cube
of-
2 Hypercube?
What's that?
You ever seen Cube 2 Hypercube?
It's the only movie he's fucking
That's the only
seen.
horror film. They're too scary. I've also seen Cube Zero. I have yet to see the original Cube.
And Taxi Driver. Those are
That's
his
not
three
a horror
movies.
movie, Tom.
No, in all genres.
That's a documentary about you.
I mean, yeah, as a guy who's been in the psych ward 19 times, it is a little bit of a horror movie.
Yeah, I took my antidepressants because of legal issues.
Well, whatever it takes, you know.
It turns out the doctor was Joe the whole time. He just works for Pfizer.
Whatever gets you started. That's
Dude,
all right.
I want to start that Reddit conspiracy. Joe Derosa did that bit to get a kickback from Pfizer.
Yeah, they were sponsoring me. I never saw any of the Cubes, actually.
Oh, yeah, they're dog shit. You'd love them.
Well, the first one is supposed to be pretty good, but I just never really interested.
See, again, I've only seen the sequel and the prequel, so I can only extrapolate as to the
Yeah.
content of the original Cube.
Yeah, and you talked it up for like 8 months and then showed it to me. I'm like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen.
What really happened was I got high and saw a movie, and then here we are.
Yeah, you
Sure,
remember
yeah,
one film.
that'll help.
All right,
That'll help.
well, we're all fired up, gang. What do
Anyway,
you...
it's on HeadGum, and you can check it out there. And
Yeah, we'll have a link for that in the show notes, and yeah, man.
yeah.
All right, let's get into the fucking jokes already.
Ay, so topical.
We're having a good time. Let's put an end to that. All right, everybody, I'll take us away. As a sign of good faith, Washington State has passed a ban on gay conversion therapy for minors. Parents who purchased sessions before the ban have been issued a refund voucher and a drinking problem.
He's got to drink away their kid's gay.
I just what does happen if you buy gay, if you have like the Groupon for gay conversion therapy and then they ban it? Do they give you your money back? I don't know.
I gotta figure no.
Okay.
Like if you buy anything else that gets criminal, it's so weird to me that like up until that law got passed, there was just like a phone number you could call and then they would electrocute the gay out of your kid.
It's in your mom's speed dial.
Yeah.
Keith had to go through several seances. To try
My
to
my
de-gay
mom.
him.
When my mom figured out I was bi, she made me go through 2 exorcisms to try and pray the gay out of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did not work.
It half worked.
No, I just doubled down on dick at that point. I was like, I'll show you.
Yeah, I was exercised as a child as well.
Were you really?
Why?
Get the fuck out of here.
Because I was being an asshole. I was being like, I was like being a bad kid.
Right. Yeah.
So my parents all in their prayer group all prayed over me and spoke in tongues and all that shit.
It's fucking weird.
get the
You're the
evil
first
out
person
of
I've
me.
ever met who that happened to.
Yeah, you're the first person I've ever met that it happened to.
What a bizarre. Yeah, it's the fucking weirdest. And it's so weird to explain that to people because they're like, "Oh, did you like vomit and shit?" I'm like, "No, it was just kind of a bunch of idiots yelling at me."
It's psychotic.
Yeah, it's fucking
I love my
super
parents to death, but I kind of feel like if I brought it up to them now, they'd be like, "Yeah, sorry about that."
Yeah, I just have never brought it up with my mom because I don't think she remembers at this point. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, we can just brush that one under the rug. There's way bigger issues.
Yeah.
The way I imagine it is kind of like the Christy version of a drum circle, where they're just kind of like. Is that
Yeah.
kind of what it is?
Yeah, basically, or like hacky sack.
It was just funny watching somebody cut a cheese plate while they were getting ready to like do an exorcism. I'm like,
Someone made a Costco run before
yeah,
the
exactly.
exorcism.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I get a hot pocket at the end of this, so I guess I like God.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember just like pausing my Nintendo and going downstairs to do that.
All right, I'll see you in a minute, Kirby. I gotta go.
You're like, all right,
Yeah.
did you guys kill the devil yet? I'm like on level 3 of Mega Man. I'm trying to get through this thing.
Yeah. It's Jesus Christ. Anyway,
That's fucking crazy. All right, I'll go next. Swag bags at this year's Academy Awards reportedly contained pepper spray. This allowed the hollow psychopaths of the Hollywood elite to convincingly fake tears during the in memoriam segment.
Those lizard people, sons of bitches.
Yeah. That's them,
they
all right.
put pepper spray.
They
in
put
the-
pepper spray in the thing, which I imagine they sort
For
of
the
thought.
men too?
I mean, I don't know if they separated it out. I didn't go that deep down the rabbit hole. Like, it seems like it's like a cheeky like reference to the whole Me Too thing. But
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, but it's just
it seems a little shitty. Yeah,
yeah. it's
Pepper
like-
spray's not expensive.
I'm sure they got some fucking Gucci Mace or
Diamonds.
some nonsense.
Diamonds.
God, Gucci Mace sounds like a SoundCloud rapper.
It does, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super ridiculous. I mean, those things are always insane, but that
These people are so fucking disgusting. They're so full of shit.
yeah.
I agree.
They don't, they're doing absolutely nothing.
Well, there's no animal products in the pepper spray, Joe. I mean, it's pretty cool. You got
But I mean, just seeing Frances McDormand up there talking about inclusion for writers and all this stuff. Has she ever been in a movie with 2 black people in it? Ever?
Yeah. When you got big off the movie Fargo, I don't know how much I trust your opinions on racial equality.
Ever. I'm a fan of hers, but it's like if you're going to get up there and start fucking being self-righteous, then I'm going to call you on your shit. It's like, and then you cut to her after the thing, yucking it up with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, that was real weird. It's like, okay,
it's like, look, if you're gonna point fingers at everybody. Don't fuck off. Like you're gonna pick and choose.
It's like until they officially get put on the bad list, it's like, oh, we're just gonna ignore it.
I was working this weekend and I had it on in the green room and I had to go out and bring the next comic on stage and I was like poking my head in looking at it and I just saw her say my clan, and I had to go back and do the rest of the show. And I was like, I really hope somebody edits this out of context.
Yeah, she also seemed like she was like straight up on fucking drugs, like while she was doing that.
Yeah, she looked a little spacey.
Yeah, super loopy.
I'm tired of privileged white people telling me what's wrong with privileged white people. I'm really sick and tired of it. And fuck them.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm riffing.
All right,
Tom, you're up. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Indiana has legalized Sunday alcohol purchases for the first time since Prohibition. Good news for all the Indiana kids who wanted to get dragged to church and get punched by their stepdad.
All right.
Yeah, that works.
Very good.
It's always a balancing act with Tom to see if he can get through without getting an eye.
Yeah, I naturally stammer, and this is like the worst format for my fucking comedy.
Yeah,
all right.
We do make him do it every week. 2 men were sentenced to jail time after dragging their kitten behind their car. The video has been taken down, but if you want to see a pussy get dragged, follow Joe DeRosa on Twitter.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
They tied a kitten to a car?
Yeah, they tied a kitten to a car.
Jesus
and then
Christ.
I looked at the Facebook group it was posted in, and it's a Facebook group I'm a member of that someone added me to.
Oh, no.
So I guess I missed it or whatever.
Wait, was this like
It's like the 4chan of Facebook. It's called Cellulites. And
Okay, so this is like a Facebook group where they're like, look how cool this is?
Yeah, where they're like, if this gets 1,000 likes, I'll drag my cat behind a car. You know?
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
I mean, not a terrible marketing strategy, but the Polish government has demanded $850 billion from Germany as reparations for World War II. Germany has agreed, provided they're allowed to pay in loose gold fillings. Just picturing Angela Merkel at a coin star, just trying to dump
dumping
stolen fillings in there.
Jewish heirlooms. The original Bitcoin.
It just seems weird to me that Poland is like right now, like, oh yeah, now you owe us money. It's like,
Oh yeah, dude, I had that. That's like when I like quit my job at Ross or got fired, and I didn't cash my last check, and I waited until I was like, oh shit, rent's due. Could I get that money, Ross? Like, you're just waiting until you have a debt cry. You're like, well, with inflation, you probably. And Germany's like, yeah, with inflation, Poland, thanks.
yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna count on Polish math.
Did you get the check? Like, would they cash it, or were you like past the whatever?
I had to I got one of those like just letters from the government where they're like, you have to like fill out this form and get this money or you're in trouble. So I just did that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that good of a story.
yes.
Yeah, it wasn't so I robbed the Ross.
Shape of Water won the Oscars. If moist, chunky, monstrous, scaly fucking is from something that can barely breathe is your thing, hit up Keith Carey on the DM.
There it is. As soon as I heard moist, I knew where we were going with that.
You said hit up Keith Carey on the DMs
Yeah,
like you're a 48-year-old
I don't know how
mother
to
of
hit
six.
on these young people that are my age.
Yeah, you don't even
I don't know how to do these.
How do I hit on the youth?
How do I fuck my roommate? I'm so bad at it.
I mean, look, that's another thing to point out about these fucking Oscars are any of them going to mention that their big movie that won features bestiality? And why is that not weird?
I agree.
Like, why is that not fucking weird?
I mean, it's kind of weird. It's did you like that movie?
No.
Okay, I liked it enough, but it was like
You couldn't tell from context clues?
Well, I don't know. I can't tell if Joe has ever liked anything. But even like when I listen to the podcast and you're talking about a movie you like, you still seem angry.
But I mean, in this community this is why I say it. I don't give a fuck what you do in your movie. It's all within the confines of art.
Right.
Fuck a pig and say that it's a beautiful love story. I don't care.
Yeah.
But these are the same people that are complaining.
You know that great love story, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
The timeless tale of love.
You know, these are the same people that complain about the content of language in films, about the use of certain words in films, about how much gunplay there is in films.
Right.
And they're not going to talk about the fact that one of the Oscar nominees was about basically pedophilia, like a guy fucking an underage girl, or underage boy, as they banned James Franco for legally fucking a 17-year-old girl in New York.
That is a fair point.
And then also that the woman is fucking a fish.
I mean,
it's
the fish
bestiality.
he seemed pretty into it, though. Like,
Well, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Who knows?
And I guess it's like, I don't know, the gun thing, I can go to the store and get a gun. I can't go down Santa Monica and pick up a fuckable fish boy. Like, I have
you
could
can.
certainly
you
fuck
can
a
get any fish. All fish are
I
fuckable.
don't know, he seems
if you
stronger
want
than
it.
me. I feel like that would be hard to pull
I think
off.
all animals seem into it.
We've discussed bestiality a lot on this show.
Yeah, they don't really have a way to say no.
I'm always
Hey,
sort of like, if the animals, just shut up. Just don't you dare.
they're
Hey,
Smiling
Joe,
away.
have you ever heard the story about Keith and the dog sex video?
No.
This is a bit we do on the podcast where every time anything tangentially related to dogs comes up, I make Keith tell
it's a
this
real
story.
thing. The Cliff Notes version is I was dating a girl who I found out about a year into the relationship was really into bestiality porn, so she made me watch it while I fucked her.
Ooh,
Yeah, I know.
that's horrible.
Yeah, and she was like, "Keep up with the dog." I'm like, "I can't. Like,
Yeah.
this dog has way better
I
stamina."
could never. It would make me puke.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel great about it.
Oh well, I just can't believe you maintained a hard on.
Well, he never
I mean,
did
I'm
it
a
again after
professional,
that.
dude.
time.
Yeah,
Like,
right, fair enough.
You know, it was that or not fuck at all.
Also-
It had been a minute.
Had a-
I would have been like,
she
you
had
know
a
what?
really loose pussy, so it was pretty easy.
Well, I just kept convincing myself it was some sort of animatronic, like a Muppet situation. Like, this is like a dark back
Yeah,
room
that's
behind a
rough
beaded
stuff.
curtain in Stan Winston's workshop.
Yeah, that's rough stuff, man.
Dude, and one of our friends who knew you from that time told a story about that girl, and
Jesus.
said he was talking to one of his friends, and he was like, "Do you think Keith? Do you think if I gave Keith $5, he'd let me fuck that girl?" And then our friend that's in the hospital said, "What's the other $4 for?" Which is one of the great slams I think I've ever heard.
Wow, that's funny.
She was a garbage mess.
KFC has run out of chicken in England. Congrats to Mel Gibson for making several movies about Jesus, but so far the most prophetic film he's made is Chicken Run. God damn it. Chicken, shit. God damn it, motherfucker cunt.
Yeah, I like that you
God
turned into
damn.
Foghorn Leghorn while you did that joke about a chicken.
All right, guys. A Baltimore woman has big. Tom, I'm catching retarded from
No,
you.
it's not contagious, I asked.
Tom references the movie Chicken Run at least like 3 times a month, and I don't know. I think
I
you're the only
don't.
person who remembers
It's
this movie.
claymation, that's why.
I know you're afraid of claymation.
Yes,
it's
just-
still weird.
Right.
Tom will throw up if he has to watch claymation.
I have to watch a lot of it.
Why do you
But-
have to watch a lot of it?
No, I
He
don't.
does, he does closed captioning for claymation exclusively. It was the only job he could get.
We were in the office of a place the other day, and the video loop in the lobby was just showing a loop of claymation, and we're like, fine. And then we look over at Tom, and he's just like staring intently at the wall with his headphones
he's
on.
being
Does
like
it make-
Ludovosio treatmented.
Does it make you like physically? It makes you like dizzy, or it means you're like scared of it?
It's not fear. It's I feel like I'm gonna vomit. I get this like
Yeah.
knot in my stomach, and it gets just
It's a weird motion to it, so I understand that.
it makes me feel disturbed.
I get that from a lot of first-person shooter video games.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
I won't play like the newer ones. I won't play them. I play a few of them, but not a lot of them because
Right.
I get like really dizzy, like the way the camera moves and shit. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like animation that looks too real, and that's another thing. Like if it looks too close to be, it's just freaky to me. I don't know.
Well,
what
that's
the
a
fuck it is.
phenomenon of your brain.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
a
remember what
normal
it's
thing.
called, but there's a weird thing in your brain where it's like it looks too real, but I still know it's not real. So it makes me
It's like that uncanny valley thing.
whatever. Yeah. Whatever.
I mean,
it's
what is
called.
probably the worst part about this is Tom looks like a claymation character. You do look like the protagonist of an award-winning short
You do look like
about
you would
mental
carjack
health.
Wallace and Gromit.
That's the thing is, I like a lot of claymation shit, but I can't watch the whole thing.
And I
Yeah.
think they did the Chicken Run. I think it was the same animators.
Yeah, it was Hardman.
Yeah. No, I watched that and I was like, I love the movie, but I can only watch half of it because every couple minutes I just kind of look at my lap for, the next couple scenes.
Okay, well, a Baltimore woman has been given a 30-year sentence after giving birth to a heroin-addicted baby that died. If you want to hear a 30-year sentence, just listen to Tom's last joke. I was saying that in case someone had a long one.
Well done.
It's pretty solid. Dick's Sporting Goods announced they will no longer sell AR-15 rifles. Gun rights advocate Dice Clay responded, "Somebody get the Viagra, because Dick's went soft." He then added, quote, "Oh." Fucking sticking dice clay into a joke has become a running thing on the show. He's done a lot of weird jobs.
Yeah, we
I
had
do it all the time.
biological.
I
We had
love it.
biological realist Dice Clay on last week.
Geographer Dice Clay.
Oh yeah, no, we found out because you don't know like technical terms is cartographer Dice Clay.
I asked someone what it was. I said geometer was the first one. I was like, I know this isn't right, but it's not a geometer, right?
Geometry is in
Not
no
word.
way a word.
It's not a word.
Yeah,
But
that
I had
is-
you got it sometimes.
That's an invalid
It's
noun.
weird how many of the companies are like now like bailing on the NRA shit. Like it's just weird that this is the one where like, all right, finally we get it. Like
Right.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because the kids are fucking like the first thing you see like Ann Coulter and Tommy Lahren going, "Don't you dare make this about taking our guns away,"
Yeah.
and then the next day all the kids are like, "Take the fucking guns away."
Yeah.
and like we got nothing.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know it'd be good, like you know those Nick magazine commercials where it's like ask your parents to sign up for Nick. It's like
Right.
that, but like with trying to get people to pull NRA sponsorships. It's like go down to Walmart with a fishing line with a Nick magazine on it and tell them stop to killing my friends. You know,
A first responder is facing charges because he went to a Hooters, spat on a child while screaming racial slurs at him. One witness said it was terrible. They were treating the child like he worked there. I got one. All right, I got one.
that was a spicy joke, Tom. All right. An 842-pound man died during the filming of a reality show. As a result, the new season of Really, Really, Really Big Brother has been shelved indefinitely. That's so bad.
It's so stupid.
Aren't you glad you cleared a lunch for this show?
It's good to be here.
you gotta wonder how many like dead fat corpses there are before they cancel. Look how fat this guy is on TLC.
That's like literally the show. It's
it's
like,
called My 600-Pound Life. It's insane.
I know.
Holy shit,
It's an
they're-
upsetting show.
yeah.
It's just like a freak show, but they just
And
put
I
a
love
sad
that
soundtrack
every
on it.
time they can't. Every time they're like, "We can save your life with this operation." Here's the catch: you have to go on a 3-day road trip to get it.
I remember seeing like when Biggest Loser first came out. I remember being a kid and seeing a commercial and thinking it was just a contest on who's the biggest piece of shit. And then I realized it was about like getting your life better. And I was like, I don't want to watch this. I'm 12. I'm a horrible 12-year-old.
It's a real passive-aggressive fucking name for that,
That shit is very inspirational while you're working out because it makes you feel good about yourself.
Look at these fat
Certainly.
fucks trying to
I'd
do a
watch it
push-up.
on mute, and people would just be falling down a hill and rolling, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I can fucking own this treadmill. I got
Certainly.
this shit."
I can do some kettlebell cleans.
Yeah.
Strippers in Las Vegas have begun accepting Bitcoin payment via scannable tattoos on their bodies. Find out more in the upcoming film Blade Runner 2069.
Hey.
What? That's a thing?
Yeah, apparently you can just like scan a chick's butthole and then, well, I mean, I guess it's probably not on the butthole.
Well, they
but,
can
like,
put it there.
Yeah, they have those little like the black and white codes, and you just send them Bitcoin.
No, I got my QR code put onto a butt plug, so when I bend over, some guy can pull out like he's counting calories at a grocery store and just
Yeah,
you
that
know?
seems like I just got to assume a bunch of strippers are getting scammed. Like they think that's working, and the guy is literally just going beep, like he's making the noise with his mouth. It's like,
that's
oh yeah, it
pretty
totally
funny.
works.
And what is it supposed to do?
So basically, you know what Bitcoin is. So basically, the idea is that you take your phone, you scan this.
It's like a Polish filling, but in the internet.
You scan the tattoo on the lady, and then it sends like however much Bitcoin you need to pay for whatever stripper shit she's doing to her, so you can tip her, like you can pay for a lap dance with Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's a fucking bright idea. Put a barcode on your body.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like some real like number of the beast shit.
This is like, okay, we can get him to do Logan's Run shit if we incorporate coming. That's all it takes.
Outrageous. Outrageous.
Truly outrageous.
Well, we'll add that to the soundboard as an incensed Joe DeRosa. Outrageous.
Yeah, I'd be honored. I'd love to be part of a soundboard.
Yeah, you just became part of the repertoire.
Yeah,
If you didn't show up, I was like, I don't know, Joe might not come. Not because I don't think you're reliable, but I was like, is there a Joe DeRosa soundboard that I could use?
I did come. I
we appreciate it.
I might leave earlier than I planned. Not because the podcast is bad. This chair is the worst fucking chair I've ever sat in my life.
It is barely a chair.
I'll get you a better chair.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine.
No, we'll get you-
I'm hungry. We'll go for as long as we can. And then- you don't need me the whole time.
It's like doing a podcast with a pregnant woman.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Joe forgot his hemorrhoid donut and he's getting cranky.
Norm Macdonald kind of came into my podcast once. He would pop in and out of the room while I was talking to Sean O'Connor, my old podcast.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Nobody cared. It was just you just wrote Norm Macdonald. on the title.
We've got enough to put your face on the fucking iTunes.
Yeah, not that I'm going to get you anywhere near the interest Norm Macdonald.
Look,
but
we know, but we have to
is-
pretend you will because it's polite.
Yeah, exactly. On this podcast, I'm Norm Macdonald.
Oh God, what does that make us?
It's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes us.
Yeah, so Bill Burr is the rain, Joe DeRosa is the roof gutter, and then we are the regular gutter down the driveway.
Something like that.
And we're trying to soak up as many drops as we can.
Oh my God! All right, what do we got? One more of these?
I think we got one more, and unfortunately, I was going to close on really, really, really Big Brother, but I thought I was on the verge of losing you, so it's going to be a bad one. All right. A former NASCAR driver tried to have sex with a 12-year-old girl. After being taken into custody, he told authorities, "I should have known this would take a left turn." Because he's a NASCAR. Because he's a NASCAR driver.
Aggressively boo.
He's a NASCAR driver. You guys, come on.
He's got the Subway endorsement. I don't know.
Joe DeRosa. He's broadcasted with Patrice O'Neill and the guy who made that NASCAR joke. A storied history on the radio.
Oh God! A journalist.
It wasn't a bad joke. You had to deliver it more corny.
Yeah.
You know, like a little more ironic.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was too. It seemed like I was trying to tell you the truth about the banks, but it was just a pun about driving.
Somehow
and kid rape.
I feel like somehow it's more hurtful to give him genuine criticism than it is to just call him a faggot for being bad at comedy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
A journalist investigating mafia ties to the government was found brutally murdered in New Jersey. No foul play is suspected, according to a report by Jimmy Tightlips of the I Didn't See Nothing Gazette.
You know, if you would have done that a little cheesier.
Yeah, I
think-
know. I earned my bomb karma on that one.
That was worse than his joke.
You see, mine was
Thanks, Dad.
mine was like snappy and bad. Yours was long-winded and bad.
Yeah, I know. We all did the good one too early.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
All right, Tom. Was it strong?
So Japan is building computers that can read your mind, and it's working. And ironically, they keep making technology from shit I thought of while I was psychotic. So I think I'm going to start copywriting my God. God damn it!
What just happened?
There was a punchline. I stumbled to. Yeah.
Wait, so what was you're going to copyright your...
I'm going to copyright my delusions.
Oh, okay. Well,
Wait, how is Japan building a mind-reading robot?
They're doing it.
That's
It's
not an
based
answer. That's not an answer
No,
to the
they're
question
basing
at all.
they're basing it off of your brain's radio waves. So they're doing these tests where they're having someone or your brain.
Tom, this is 100% a dream you had.
I'll pull it up. I wrote it not that long ago.
How
But
sure are you're not talking about the movie Pacific Rim?
80%.
Yeah, 80.
But I never go higher than 80. But yeah, no, it gets your brain
you
waves.
should look at your BMI.
It gets your brain waves, and then it can base what you're thinking and feeling off of that.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
That is fucking bananas.
it's not like out yet.
Like,
but
there's
it's,
no
it's
good use
successful.
for that technology.
Yeah,
It
no.
ranges from
I
like,
mean-
sinister to super sinister.
Right.
That's the only.
I actually I pulled it up and I got a blurb from dating specialist Dice Clay.
God.
Maybe I can finally find out what restaurant she wants to go to.
Oh!
And on that note, the Weeb Boys podcast will be right back with maybe Joe DeRosa.
Sure.
I have found her. My lord, she's so well preserved. My love. How are you still this wet?
My savior.
Oh, what the fuck?
What? Wait, were you fingering me?
No, madam. I was simply.
Oh my God, you pervert! You tried to enter me before the kiss.
No, I'm not a pervert, I swear.
Well, the dragon didn't do it, and unless you're telling me I was masturbating in my sleep, you minimum stuck a pinky in me.
Look. It wasn't malicious. It's not what you think.
You are a raper, sir. A straight up raper.
Whoa. Hey. Look. I thought you were dead.
What? What are you talking about?
I thought you were dead. I fuck dead people. It's my whole deal. So I wasn't taking advantage of you, madam.
No, you were just trying to fuck my corpse.
Look, I didn't think your soul was in there. It's fine.
Oh, great. I wait for a savior for a couple hundred years, and the only one who does save me is a fucking necrophiliac?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I just saved you from a fucking dragon, and all you've done is complain. People wonder why I'm more into dead people. Maybe because they're not constantly yelling at me for shit I didn't even do on purpose.
Oh, my God, the world women live in. It's truly repulsive.
Don't try and throw that Me Too shit out there. Say what you want. I fuck dead men, too.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Here's an idea. Maybe be mad at the person who killed those people I fucked. That seems like it's who the bad guy is. I've never heard of Fly. I'm not a villain just because I like to crush cold butt.
Okay. I get it. I'm judging you, and I shouldn't.
Oh, and you're welcome that I saved you.
Thank you for saving me. Really, I'm sorry I reacted this way.
It's okay. Happens all the time. What are you doing? Why are you taking that off?
You did save me after all. I thought maybe, we could.
Oh, no, thank you.
But, wait, what?
I told you, you're really not my type.
Because you know I'm alive?
Yes, that.
What a piece of shit! You were just about to fuck me anyway.
Yeah, and then you woke up and ruined it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I'm not a gay dead man corpse.
I don't care whether they're gay when I fuck them as long as they're dead.
You're so hangry. Have a Snickers. Better?
Way better. Okay, let's fucking do this.
Tired of your new significant other not wanting to penetrate you because you're not actually dead, but instead were put into a deep enchanted sleep by a witch and he exclusively fucks dead bodies? Give him a Snickers.
Oh, your butthole is so alive.
Satisfied.
I'm gonna splurt.
Quang.
Hey, everybody. The Mean Boys podcast is brought to you by Studio Headphones.
Studio headphones.
They're fucking great, man. They sound fantastic.
Unbelievable audio quality.
Yeah, I don't know why we keep doing this this movie announcer bit in these ads, but
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to come up with something to fill the time. They're good headphones is the fucking point.
Oh, you know what? Mr. Ear
Get the
here,
fuck
and
out of-
you don't
Dude,
need...
stop it. Stop it at once. Mr. Ear is dead. Studio headphones are great. They're Swedish. They're ergonomically designed. We're wearing the Region right now. That's the premier over-the-ear model.
Beautiful sound.
Beautiful. Unbelievable. I want to fuck this sound in the mouth.
That's how
Yeah.
Mr. Ear was created.
oh my God, it's not even funny as an anti-joke anymore. It's just the worst. It actively bothers me. It makes the podcast bad and hurts all of our livelihoods.
And you could hear all of Connor's complaints with that crystal clear sound from studio headphones.
Shut your cum-guzzling mouth. These headphones
Have Bluetooth capability.
That's right. They sure do. Or they have a cord. It's a fancy spaghetti cord that does not tangle.
It's a flat, beautiful aux cord.
Untangleable.
The best headphone cord I've ever experienced in my life. I didn't even think of that as an issue, but it's just good. It just works.
Yeah, they fixed a problem you didn't know you had.
And the battery life on these things is tremendous. You can rock and roll with them walking around all day on just one charge. And you know what, guys? The best part about it, if you go to studiosweden.com and use promo code MEANBOYS, all one word, you get 15% off. Pretty fat discount.
That's
They
so
ship for free all over the world. These are a fantastic gift. You slide a pair of studio headphones into your loved one's box. Do you put them in their pussy? You fuck somebody with the headphones?
Oh, man.
I'm just so traumatized by
like
Mr.
you want to,
Ear.
like you want to be able to hear
Sweden
music while you're
knows
eating
a
her
lot
out.
about sound.
Yeah, I'm
You're licking a clit and hearing.
You know what I think? If you're 40 years old and you're pregnant, play like Mozart with studio headphones, like on the belly, and
Oh,
it
that'd be
won't
so
come out
cool.
with Down syndrome.
Yeah,
That's how
it wa-
good the sound quality
If you
is.
want to avoid a Tom,
You need Studio Sweden headphones. And you know what? Use your headphones every day of your life. So make an investment in yourself. You're worth it. Or get yourself a fucking amazing gift. Like slide like one of these boxes, just a sexy box to open. I remember
Yeah.
being so excited, just cracking it open and getting all the little shit out and playing with it. And it's just it's a good investment. It's a great gift, and it's an easy way to help with the Mean Boys at studiosweden.com with promo code MEANBOYS.
Ear out.
Mean.
and the Mean Boys podcast returns. We're feeling good. We got Joe a big boy chair.
Yes.
It just feels weird. Like, oh yeah, we had to get a chair for an adult and not just a tattered pile of loose steel.
Yeah. No, Joe is sitting over there like an indifferent prince, just like, amuse me.
Just relaxing, man.
I know.
Look happier.
This
Yeah,
is
you
what we
do-
do is just microanalyze the guest until they feel very uncomfortable.
Well, this is certainly more comfortable than it was.
There you go.
I believe it.
Yeah, the other that chair that you've now
Yeah,
graciously
now I'm
took.
sitting in it.
Well,
Yeah.
there's the other chair that you gave me first.
I don't know. Honestly, I think this one's more comfortable.
I just assumed Tom just threw it through a window.
By the way,
Just-
guys, this place that you live in, When we were walking in, you said it's worse on the inside. Okay, which it is. Guys, this place could be nice. This is a good layout. It's a good space. All you got to do is like just dress it up a little bit, man.
Yeah, we want to get some curtains and stuff up here, like like those like studio blankets and shit hung up. But it's also like we don't live here. We don't have any. We don't own this place. Like we don't have like we
You
live
don't
here.
live here?
No, we live here. We just we rent the studio.
We're renting this apartment or this house from like a very sketchy landlord who is probably going to flip it for like a profit very soon. So
Yeah, he's like a meth addicted Duke Nukem. I've met him like 3 times, and
His voice is hilarious.
Yeah, and it's like why invest in a spot that he's going to just sell out from
don't
under
invest. Just I'm saying, if you straighten it up, you fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
no,
know?
we did clean.
Yeah. No, we got a cleaning lady coming this week.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? You
yeah.
put your bed on a frame. Little shit. You know? Like you could do well with the ladies in here is what I'm saying. Like you could have little get-togethers and.
Well, Keith fucks pretty often in the basement. Tom has not fucked in the kitchen yet, I don't think.
I don't think I'm going to fuck in the kitchen.
I mean, that would take some like next level swagger.
Yeah.
to, like,
What's
fuck somebody on the kitchen floor.
And the basement is better than the kitchen.
I mean, the basement's not bad. I cleaned the basement up a little bit. I stole Tom's Christmas lights. I got those going on.
Is there like a hang down there?
Well, that's my bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So so that's where I've had to lead many Tinder dates down there and be like, I swear you're not going to get murdered with a chainsaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that raises morale.
Yeah.
When you say that. Swear to God, I'm safe.
Yeah, they rarely seem super convinced, but they never don't go down there.
I mean,
So-
it is weird sleeping on the set of that dog rape video, but I mean, it very much looks like the kind of place that would happen.
Yeah, full circle.
Now, do you fuck more dudes or chicks?
More chicks.
Okay.
It's like probably like a 70-30.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you do well with Tinder.
But yeah, I do OkCupid more. Tinder is I don't know. Tinder's a hit and miss.
I can't figure out the rhythm of it. I've never had any luck on any of them.
The rhythm of Tinder is just swipe right on everybody and then figure it out when they match. Like you got to just play the numbers game.
I did that for a while, but I never figured out how to do the messaging. I don't know.
I got to figure like the girl's like, hey, what's up? And Joe's just like, why?
Shut up, go to bed.
I got to figure right out of the gate. It's like, okay.
I mean, you know,
Okay.
you reference something in one of their pictures, you just get a mild conversation going. You can usually tell from someone's profile if they're looking to like go on a date or if they're just looking to fuck, and it's you adjust from there.
Right.
See, I never had like all that energy to pretend to be like I didn't want to trick anybody and be like, oh wow, you really like Fleet Foxes, neat.
I don't know if it's good or bad that it takes me so much less energy than you to just pretend to be interested in people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my attempts at trying have always gone poorly. I remember a couple of years ago when I matched with someone, I took your guys' advice, and I referenced something off of their profile, and they just kept talking about how much they love Placentia. And so I opened with Placentia sucks, and we just fought for.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the fucking
That's
the
what I thought you
lady.
Oh
meat.
no, that's placenta.
Well,
I know, but my brain didn't.
Right,
remember.
and
I see. I imagine you on Tinder's a lot like Tom and I had a job trying to sign people up to register to
Oh,
vote.
no, yeah,
and
that's
Tom would just walk up
exactly-
with a mohawk and be like, "Hi, do you want to sign up for the government?"
Hey, I should have your address.
It was so frustrating because I go like, "Hello, how are you doing today?" And then Connor be like, "Hey, you want to vote, faggot?" And they'd be like, "No." It's like, "Yeah, because you're a faggot." It's like, "Fine, I'll vote." like you just fucking.
Do you know your legislative money numbers? And do you not like the Hillary? Anywho, here's a pen.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, let's move into our last game for the day. This is a game we like to play called Did They Die? Basically, I went through the news. I found some real weird stories and some weird bad shit happening to people. You guys just have to figure out if they died or not.
All right.
That's super easy. So number one, a Baltimore resident was applying a heavy coat of Axe body spray while driving. He then lit a cigarette and his car exploded.
Ooh.
No.
No, you think he's alive?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, as someone who's like in the suburbs, sprayed a lot of hairspray on my hand and then lit my hand on fire and played Human Torch, you know, as a 12-year-old, I don't think so. I mean, you got to have like a pretty bad fuel line link for this to like, you know, like to actually combust. So I think he's alive.
I also don't think Axe body spray is flammable.
I've like flamethrowed Axe
yeah,
body
it's-
spray
Oh, you can?
specifically
Okay.
before.
yeah.
On one incident, I accidentally got a fire department to show up at a dorm, and the other one, I actually almost killed someone with axe, and that was without fire. So
Wait, no, you can't just gloss over. I almost murdered somebody with
no,
body
it was
spray.
an accident.
No, I know.
An accident. Am I right, fella?
I think they're dead.
Your friend?
No, it wasn't a friend. It was a teacher.
How did you almost kill somebody?
Tom, stop doing that thing where you tell the best part of the story and then say a bunch of boring shit that no one gives a fuck about afterwards.
I was trying to. So someone burritoed my backpack. You know
What?
You guys know about burritos?
Yeah, I know what a
The
burrito
food?
is.
No.
They
take
turn it inside out.
Yes, and then zip it up, and then all of my lunch got all over my backpack, and it was smelling. So I got my axe in my English class, and I sprayed it, and it jammed. So then it was just going off nonstop. So I just shoved it in my backpack and closed it, but that didn't stop it from, being the main smell in the room. And then our teacher had a allergic reaction to it, where she was taken to the hospital. So I had to take the test that day. But yeah, she almost died.
Jesus
but
Christ.
it wasn't none of it. It was all because I got burritoed. It wasn't.
No, it
none
was
of-
because you tried to smell good and then you poisoned a lady.
I tried to make my backpack.
This is
smell
the
good.
burrito guys to blame here.
Yeah, I agree.
I do want to see that Axe commercial where you spray yourself and then your teacher dies and you get an A and then you fuck the nerdy bookish chick.
Oh, man. All right, so you're going alive. What is your guess?
Dead.
All right, the correct answer, he is alive. His car exploded, but he somehow was, super fun.
All right.
Number 2. Two British men got into an online argument over which of them was less gay. They decided the only way to settle this debate was a midnight knife fight.
I didn't know we had listeners in England. Midnight knife fight, England. Cops don't have guns, so I feel like if the cops show up, they're just going to be like, I don't know. But
British cop mumblings.
I'm just trying to get a conversation going here. I don't know. They're fucking alive, I guess.
right.
I agree. Oh, wait. Shit. I thought it was for a second true or false. Alive or dead?
Alive or dead?
I think they're alive.
Okay.
I'm going against her. I think they're dead. I think I think if you're in England with knives and you want to kill each other that bad, like knives are fucking brutal, and there's a lot more ways to kill someone than just getting shot.
Well, good info, Tom.
And they're
What a
both,
deductive
they're
mind.
both meaning to kill each other.
Well, in my experience, knives are sharp.
As an attempted axe murderer, I know there are a lot of different ways to hurt people. Knives are chief amongst them.
Yeah.
I would much rather get shot.
Tom got a knife in the mail from one of our listeners. Just sent him like a ceremonial Japanese
Jesus
knife.
Christ.
Well, he got a wallet and he got shoes, and they thought, they
Let's give Tom a blade.
Well, to be fair, it's a suicide knife. I'm not going to hurt anyone else.
I mean, I don't know if you can legally buy a fork with your mentally history.
my
Your mentally history?
All right, I really fucked myself in the dick on that one.
I don't want you to kill
Mentally.
yourself, Tom. Don't kill
Oh
yourself.
no, I'm great now.
Yeah.
Yeah, look around you, Joe.
You sound great.
Yeah.
He lives in a kitchen, all right?
Yeah.
He's got two very supportive friends.
Wait, you live in the kitchen?
Yeah, the bed. Yeah, that's me.
Guys. Come on, guys.
I'm gonna get
There's
curtains
no
eventually.
need for it. You could live in here.
They wanted this to be the podcast studio.
Put this in the kitchen.
That's where it was.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
moved it to give it more space.
And I'm going to be honest, I know we had a long conversation about doing that. I'm still not sure why we did exactly.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was better in the kitchen.
Yeah, I almost feel like we should maybe undo this, but this seems like an off-air conversation.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, those guys are alive.
Nope, one of them died.
Uh-oh.
Got straight up stabbed. It seems so funny to prove you're not gay by telling a dude to meet you in a park at midnight.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
and then I'm going to penetrate you because I'm so straight.
Oh, these are English homophobes, I guess, because they're both like, I'm not gay, you're gay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I don't know if they're homophobic. They just don't want people to think they're gay.
Okay.
It'd be weird if they're super pro-gay, but then that violent about it.
I feel like if someone is that adamant about you being gay, the best way to do it is sure, that would have ended the whole death situation.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. These are not smart people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Goss with a megaphone outside of the bed. Yeah, but why don't you just?
I'm gay.
The world's cruel, but I mean, come on. I mean, have you ever had ice cream though? It's good.
I bet you they were pretty banged up too because the pubs closed there at 11:30.
Oh, really?
They were probably. That's like meeting somebody at 2:30 a.m. here.
Yeah,
So
that's,
they were probably
that's
coming
stab you o'clock.
straight out of the pub.
I know they closed that early.
Yeah, it closed very early. They start early though because
Right.
they get out of work at 5 or something.
Okay,
So
see.
they get right to the fucking.
They just shift everything back.
Yeah,
I know that.
yeah.
Number 3, a man in Salt Lake City was shot in the chest by a home invader. His only hope for survival, his girlfriend who decided to drive him to the hospital despite being blackout drunk.
Ooh, man, this is exciting. This is
He's alive.
How did he hurt himself again?
He didn't hurt himself. He got
was
a shot. A dude
yeah.
tried to rob his house, shot him in the chest, and then took off. And then this lady found the bloody body and was like, should I call 911? No, I'm going to throw him in the car and do
He's
it.
definitely alive.
And this
Okay.
is in Salt Lake
Because
City?
he lived to tell the tale. There's something about it where
Okay.
that's the tale of...
Well, I feel like if they crash, they could test. If you die in a car crash, do they test your blood alcohol?
Yes.
Probably,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're alive.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they were alive to tell this story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're dead because if they were alive, if both of them were alive, then why would they report to the news that they were hammered in the car? Lady,
I think they figured. I don't think they called the news and were like, "Get a load of this." I was drunk. Like I think.
right? But it's just more newsworthy if. I don't know if that's news. Like that just seems like.
Oh, if you go into an emergency room shit-faced, they'll pull you aside and be like, "What's wrong?" You know, and they'll
it's not like a doctor. You're not going to fool a doctor.
Yeah.
and they'll also keep you there until you sober up sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
So she probably woke up in the emergency room like, "What the fuck is going on?" They're
Yeah.
like, "Do you not remember?" Oh, she was blackout.
I think one of them's dead.
All right, and you're pretty close because they are both alive. And that lady
Really?
got him to the hospital. The police thanked her for doing it, and then immediately arrested her.
Yeah, there you
See,
go.
I feel like that. I feel like you'd get a kind of a pass.
Yeah, I think you get a fucking mulligan if you saved a dude.
Yeah.
She didn't
Yeah,
hit
just be
8
like-
cars on the way to
yeah.
the hospital, though.
She did?
Yeah, she just kept hitting parked cars.
Well, then they have to. But I mean, it's like if it's like you got here unscathed,
Yeah,
it's like
it's like you won.
don't say anything.
Yeah.
and go get and stay here till you're sober.
Next one. An Australian hiker set out to climb Everest to prove, quote, vegans aren't weak and they can do anything. She then had a massive heart attack on the summit.
That I think she's dead.
Yeah, I mean, heart attack on Mount Everest, that's tough.
Well, I mean, when are these fucking nimrods going to understand? Vegan is not healthy.
Yeah, we're
It's
not supposed to do that.
Healthy.
Yeah.
It's a weird, self-righteous, bullshit fucking diet where you have to eat all kinds of supplements and pills
Yeah.
and make up for fibers and fats and in all these weird ways. It's like it's a fucking moronic rich white person thing to do.
Yeah.
This is the
Just
shape of water of
shut
diets.
the
Yeah.
fuck up. You
Coming
can't
from
just live
fitness
on that
expert Joe DeRosa.
shit. Any doctor will tell you there's a reason you have incisors. There's a reason the human brain developed. It was from meat eating. It came from meat consumption. It helped the brain develop.
Right,
And-
it's
and
what
if-
we're built to do.
And if you look at this dent on the skull, it'll clearly show you that meat eaters, much smarter, all right?
Right.
Well, there was a.
Well, if you're just vegetarian, fine. I can live with that.
Yeah, yeah.
But vegan is just fucking idiotic.
I mean, it's like showing off. It's just like, oh, we get it. You're a super
Yeah.
vegetarian.
there were parts in India where they were.
Well, I get it
vegan for
because-
hundreds and hundreds of years, though.
But do we really want to look
But-
to India as like the paradigm of
that's
healthy
a
living
great,
right now?
That's a great response.
Like
yeah.
your national export is just poop and death. Like,
Yeah.
See, I think the logic being that, like, oh, if you don't want cruelty to animals, it's like the cows that make the cheese, if you're a vegetarian, they still live in, like, a cow concentration camp.
yeah.
there are
you know.
plenty of humane ways to get cheese out there. You know,
Like,
like
buy more expensive cheese. Where
yeah,
it's like,
there are plenty
Yeah.
of ways that where a cow doesn't have to be to suffer or die to provide cheese or milk or anything. It's fucking insane. And every vegan restaurant I've ever been to, heartily delicious, far worse for you than any fucking non-vegan restaurant I've
Well,
been.
because you have to just add more of, like, the non...
carbs
yeah, like
and the sugar.
the shit that makes it
it's
taste
so
good.
loaded with fucking carbs. Yeah, and
I'm going to get such a
salt.
long text from my mother after the show. That's why I was trying to play devil's advocate.
Is she a
There's-
vegan?
Yeah, Mom's like a 15-year vegan.
all my siblings. I'm the only kid in the family who's not vegan.
Believe it or not,
And,
Tom was raised Buddhist.
I
mean,
was.
what-
There's
who
a
would have...
oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
No,
No, it doesn't matter,
that's the point.
There is a vegan bread that I've had at a vegan restaurant in New York that literally tastes like KFC.
Holy shit.
Like original recipe KFC. It's fucking delicious. I swear to God, if I was craving KFC and you gave me that bread, I'd be like, oh, cool, thank you. I wouldn't be craving KFC anymore. It was delicious. There's no fucking way that bread is doing anything good for your body.
Yeah.
At least with the fried chicken, you're getting the fat and protein from the chicken.
There's real food under it somewhere.
But
Yeah, yeah.
it's like you're so you took that away and you're just now eating all the salty sodium seasoning and bread.
Yeah.
No.
It defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
It's just the shit.
Well, to do vegan right, it has to be you're pretty much just doing fruits, veggies, nuts.
Right.
And very, 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 very few people actually do it that way. And all of the replacements, all the meat product replacements are just blocks of fucking soy, which is terrible for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I worked with Pete Holmes on his talk show, he was, I don't know if he still does it, but he was big vegan then. And he'd get like nachos. And I was like, Pete, you going to sit there and eat a food where it's none of the things it was originally supposed to be made out of? And you're going to tell me that's somehow better for you?
Yeah, this is
like
connecting
they had
you to
to
the
fucking
earth.
scientifically figure out how to fake the sour cream. You know? I'm like, what are you doing, dude?
I want science nachos.
Yeah. It's like, dude, like, ew, gross, man.
Oh man, that's
it's
really
like a food fleshlight. It's kind of sadder and grosser than
it's just you know.
Well, that lady's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, she straight up died. I just
Good.
think it's funny because she was all
I mean, not
confident
good,
about being
but I mean,
I'm not good, but
I know.
I don't know her. Like, I'm sure she's kind of a butthole. All right. Next one. A doctor in Kenya performed brain surgery on a man. However, halfway through the procedure, the doctor realized he was operating on the brain of the wrong patient.
Ooh.
alive.
So the Cowardly Lion got the brain, and then the Tin Man got a dick somehow, and then Scarecrow is MIA. I'm going to say he's dead.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, I think alive.
Okay, the correct answer is that man is alive.
Yeah.
They sewn him up. He's suing him for all the money. I was reading through the description of this hospital, though, and I guess they've had like a bunch of shit go wrong. And it was like listing them, and it's just like sexual assault, malpractice. I'm like, okay. And then just one line in the article just says, also the theft of a baby. And I was like, that is not a throwaway line. That should be the whole article. I don't care about this other guy's brain.
I heard that's more common than you'd think, though. Like
Stealing a baby?
Even in America.
I thought like they couldn't give African babies away, though. They're stealing them.
Wow.
Sorry, Joe.
I want to know like what's market price for just a baby?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you're not doing anything good with it. Like, don't steal a baby.
I have a whole bit about this in my act right now.
Do you really?
About adoption and yeah, totally. And it's white. I know this for a fact. If you want a white baby, you're paying anywhere from $1,000 to $200,000.
Holy shit!
A what? And how much is like? What's the cheapest race?
Well, that's the joke I make in the bit. As I go now. Asian babies. That's like the bargain bin at Tower Records. They're like, you can have 3 for 1 if you want. You know? But you're like, do you have any white babies? They're like, yes, we do. We're behind the glass in the counter. It's a limited edition.
You got to get a guy to
Collectors.
come unlock it.
Yeah.
But no, that is true. Like white babies are.
Yeah, they're like
and I say in the bit, I'm like, that's why Angelina Jolie goes to the fucking other side of the planet to adopt babies because she's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There's like kids over here that need it,
Yeah, it's actually pretty rad.
and like and I'm not getting fucking robbed
yeah,
to adopt them. You know,
yeah. No baby's worth $200,000.
They
that
really
just seems high.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I was
the fucking home.
I was talking like Craigslist prices, like just for a guy, like
Just
Oh,
send
that
me
I-
a baby in a FedEx box.
yeah, like Silk Road, like how many Litecoin for a baby?
Well, listeners, you have a homework assignment this week. Find us prices on babies.
Well, it's also the price drop because it's only going to be $200,000 for like what 6 months. You know, by the time they hit 5, it's like you're never going to get adopted, kid. Have fun with this.
I mean, they really store like bananas. I mean, there's a turnover in the inventory. I mean, it's baby crocodiles are cute when they're little, but I mean, yeah.
But then you put them in the freezer when they go bad and you make baby bread later. You're fine. All right, last one. A Taiwan man was masturbating with a 7-inch plastic rod inserted into his urethra. He lost his grip, and the rod disappeared into his body. 2 days later, he began urinating blood.
Ooh, I like to imagine he was using a lightsaber, like a toy lightsaber from Toys R Us.
Or one of like the lightsaber like spoons that used to come in a cereal box.
Oh yeah.
just to clarify, he was like tamping his urethra with a rod.
Yeah.
Like if he's loading
It's
the
called,
musket.
yeah.
Did you ever read Haunted?
It's called sounding. Is
And
the name of the
okay,
set. It's like
and
that
this
thing.
is supposed to feel good.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And he shut it, and it got stuck in there.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know what part you were confused by. But
I was
yes.
just trying to figure out, like, wait, how do you jerk off with a rod?
I don't know, like what inward suction makes it so it's like, whoop, like oh, I lost it. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like if you fart, like the wind coming out of your butt just like pulls it with like a jet stream.
Oh, maybe. Could
Boys
you
are scientists.
couldn't you pee it back out?
I mean, clearly
no. Yeah.
I don't know about peeing a kidney stone, which is like a little tiny rock. It's supposed to be the worst. So peeing a 7-inch piece of plastic.
I think he died.
You think he died?
I think he died. Anytime you hear one of these stories, the guy tried to do a weird sex thing, they always die.
Right.
Yeah, because I
That's
feel
why
like
I
if
think
he
that.
lived, we would have never known his name, and he'd be in Mexico right now selling oranges, like completely just reinventing his life.
a good point.
Because I mean, if this information is out there about me, it's just like, yep, the Patreon is shut down. All right, all upcoming dates are canceled.
I love that you're like, oh, if I was sexually embarrassed, I wouldn't tell anybody, as you make me tell the dog fucking story for the 90th time on the show.
Colin McFadden just got a job at the Baskin Robbins in Nebraska, and he started a simple
Yeah.
life.
Exactly.
Tommy, thoughts?
Dead.
All right.
All right, he is alive.
Damn
As
it.
they live, they had to get up in there and hot dog it out. But yeah, it's pretty rough. I had a dude recently ask me if I was into doing, like he wanted me to put a thing in my pee hole, and I was like, I don't know what the logic. I've never thought that's where a thing should go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, any other cavity over that.
yeah, that's like the worst hole. you
I would
could put
rather
a
be
thing in.
tear duct fucked than have something in my pee hole.
Yeah, it's yeah, I agree. It's a clearly exit only.
Yeah.
hole.
Yeah, it's not designed for stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
I mean-
that sounds terrible.
Gay sex, beautiful. That is unnatural.
That is a straight up abomination.
Could you have a dick big enough and a dick small enough to
Get,
fuck a dick with a
Yeah,
dick?
no, there are guys that do that. There are guys that like fist other dudes' dicks.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's real.
Yeah, that's a
It's
real
called
thing.
digit play, right?
What's up?
It's called digit.
No,
play?
that's that knockoff of Pokemon. I think. Is what you're
okay.
thinking.
Maybe it feels great.
I mean, it probably does, but like, I don't need to find out.
Yeah, I mean, so does crocodile, but it also turns you into a crocodile. If someone's fisting your pee hole, there's gotta be like diapers involved. You gotta.
I think at that point you've just you've accepted your dick is just going to look blown out forever. It's like a tire that exploded on the freeway, just flapping.
Yeah.
I'm bummed. Joe, can you just do the rest of the show while I take off?
Joe looks like he's about to just roll out of the road into the driveway.
The chair won't stay like.
No, I know it's a poorly designed
just a funny-
studio way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like you're just like drifting, like somehow you're in the chair in your car.
But I had fun, guys.
Thanks, man. We got one more segment. It'll be quick. We just answer fan questions, and then we'll get out of here. All right, Mean Boys will be right back after this. Hey, everybody. Keith from the Mean Boys podcast to remind you that we are, as always, brought to you by Don Carlos Taco Shop in La Jolla, California.
Oh man, going on 2 years of Don Carlos sponsorship, and it feels good because it's a great organization. All right,
yeah.
I say that like they help like homeless kids, but it really is. They
and
just
not
make
just feed us for free whenever we're on our way to San Diego.
Yeah, it's our longest sponsor. They've been here the longest.
Yeah.
they make a goddamn good burrito. It's right across the street from La Jolla Comedy Store. So go see a fantastic show with one of the great Comedy Store headliners and fucking fuel up beforehand.
Genuinely the best burrito I've ever had.
It's so good. It really
The
is.
Carnitas Cali burrito at the fucking the Don Carlos is unfuckwithable.
I remember the first time I was brought there, my friend was like, wait till you have this burrito. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking burrito. And then I ate it. I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking great burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have so much more than that. All the menu options and catering information are available at eataburrito.com. Jump on over there. Pre-game. Get excited, and go check them out because they're a good friend of the show. And the Mean Boys podcast is back, and we're dipping into the Mean Boys mailbag to look at some of your questions, your comments, your concerns, all that good stuff. Dave_blogger writes, Joe, are you still taunted by juggalos, or have you hidden long enough to get them off your scent?
No, I did the radio show that Upchuck the Clown, who was like their mascot for the festival or whatever.
Yeah. So this is the second worst broadcast you've ever been a part of.
He had me on his radio show, which was on the ICP radio network, and he told everybody to lay off of me. This was a long, long time ago. He told everybody to lay off of me, and he's like, guys, he's a comic. He's fucking joking. Stop. And they did. That was kind of that.
That's really sweet of them.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to get booked on the Juggalo gathering for a minute.
Yeah, well, now that's now the Juggalos have just assumed the new identity, Compound Media listeners, and it's just sort of they've sort of.
Well, I'm
poured-
friends with the Compound Media guys.
Okay, I know you guys had beef for a minute.
We
but,
did for a minute, but we squashed it.
I'm
We
not trying to do
squashed
any
it.
gotcha journalism. so-
Sure, yeah, no, thank you for that.
I just thought it'd be funny to call them Juggalos.
They're a very different breed, I believe. Juggalo is his own,
Yeah.
it's its own
Keith
thing.
lost his virginity to a Juggalo.
I did.
Was she wearing the, or he wearing the makeup?
It was a gal. It was a gal, and I appreciate the wokeness approaching this.
Yeah.
No, it was a chick. She was not wearing the makeup. I found out later that she was a juggalette.
She's an off-duty juggalo.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because at some point she was like, come hang out with me and my friends. And it was like, oh, you guys just stole your dad's, like, fucking credit card, and you are all wearing the face paint, and we're just listening to ICP in a car while you're doing
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Yeah, and then you got a rough hand job from Peter Criss.
Wait, what were you saying?
This is the ass cake girl, or that?
No. Ass cake girl is the same as dog fuck girl.
He ate a cake off a butt. It was his birthday. You don't worry about it. We got about 50 Subway Jared tweets.
Yeah.
So
Did that just destroy your life for a week?
No, I've been hearing it for like 10 years. It's like
funny, I
everybody.
never-
Earlier, Connor said he was the first one.
Yeah, I remember. I was the first one to tweet him the Jared at Subway thing.
I wasn't
Everybody
proud
thinks-
of myself.
Everybody thinks they're the first one. Congrats. You all think you're the first one. None of you are.
That makes me real happy.
Yeah, that's literally like when you meet a girl named Brie and somebody's like the cheese? You know, like it's like that's the equivalent. So
Yeah.
so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even look at Twitter anymore. So
That's
I don't
honestly
care.
such a good idea.
So it's great. It's so great. These fucking
I
losers.
hate it, dude. I can't.
I'm not saying your listeners are losers.
No, they are.
I mean, how,
No, but that's not what I meant.
How
I
would you
just
get
mean,
these
like-
great questions? Like, ask him what his favorite soup is. I mean, how would you have access to such a high level of discourse?
I'm not
without
talking
Twitter?
about your listeners. I just think there's so much screaming in the vacuum on fucking Twitter.
Well, people who have like made their life yelling on Twitter and somehow think that is like meaningful work they're doing.
Yeah, it's like have fun, guys.
Yeah, it's
Take
like-
care of yourselves.
Enjoy the
it.
void.
One guy asked, Escalante Bacon. He sounds like a great dude. How much money would it take for you guys to completely sell out?
Very little.
Yeah, not that much. What is completely selling out? Just like giving up any kind of like control over what I'm saying, or like artistic freedom.
I don't know. They like
$800, $900
so yeah. Just a new mattress.
for me to just be like a Ryan Seacrest. I just host the game show, and I'm just very inoffensive.
I think like $100 million. I would just walk away from the concept of ever doing anything cool.
Okay, yeah. And then you could just have a Keith Carey vault that you release after you die. Where it's like,
Exactly.
did you guys know that the Wheel of Fortune guy wrote comic books about murder? Like, and then just people would discover it after you died.
I don't know what anyone would ask me to sell out for.
Yeah.
Like, we've,
Right. That's
the other night,
Upchuck the Clown needs a sidekick, and I mean,
That's a lateral
terrestrial
move,
clown
if
radio.
anything.
Yeah. All right, Keith.
All right. Robin Tran just says the segment with Burr and DeRosa talking with the therapist on Uninformed is the greatest radio segment ever.
Thank you, Robin.
Thanks,
Robin's a
Robin.
friend.
Yeah, Robin's good people. Jess Wagon asked, do you guys have any tattoos? If not, what's your dream piece to have done?
No tattoos.
No tattoos.
I have a few.
Yeah, you got a bunch. What's your what's your dumbest and your coolest tattoo?
Well, I got the ones I didn't like covered up, so I like
Oh, nice.
everything I have now. But
Okay.
but I guess the coolest one is this Death Star.
That's
Death
awesome.
Star from the 1983 Star Wars arcade game. It's
Damn,
like the
that
vector
is such
graphic.
a specific fucking reference.
Yeah,
that's
that's
fun.
why I like it. And my dream tattoo is I'm going to get these Motorhead lyrics right here very soon.
Nice.
But I won't say what they are because I don't have them yet. But that's the one I'm most well, at least for now.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas, but that's the one I'm like excited about.
What'd you get covered up?
I had like a no symbol here. It was just kind of dumb and plain and boring. So
Like a circle with a line through it?
With nothing in it, or with
yeah, with nothing.
You
in
could
it.
just Sharpie in whatever the
Just
thing
the
of the
idea of,
day
like,
was.
no.
just tattooed
you know.
the idea of negativity on your
Yeah,
arm.
so I got covered it with this black hole, and
That's just so fun. Yeah, I wanted something a little more uplifting, so I went with a black.
well, science and space.
Yeah, I was
No,
thinking-
it makes sense.
I was
yeah.
like heat death. That's a little more fun at a party.
Let's. I got to bounce. Let's take one more.
Yeah, cool. You got one more?
We don't have any good ones. I
right,
mean,
fuck it.
there's a bunch of them about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, we're not gonna. We'll do that in the intro. All right.
Anything to plug, Joe?
Yeah, we'll see you on Hell, the podcast about horror movies, sci-fi movies, and fantasy films. Check it out on HeadGum. And our Patreon is patreon.com WSYIH pod.
Cool.
Do
We're
it up,
also
guys.
on Twitter and Instagram. See you on Hell Pod on Instagram. WSYIH pod on Twitter. Sorry.
You heard it, guys. That's the We're Going to Hell podcast. You guys
We'll
are
see
on
you in hell.
Snapchat,
On the Butt Fart Network or something.
Yeah, on the head fruit.
Yeah, all the links will be in the show notes. Joe, thank you for doing the show, man.
Dude, thanks, guys. I like you guys a lot. It was nice to be here.
Thanks, man. We like you too.
Joe is almost all the way out of the curtain.
Joe's great.
He's not my fault. It's a fucking chair.
He's growing another no symbol on his arm. What's happening?
It doesn't. It keeps fucking rolling back.
You brought the mic with you.
I know, because I got tired of trying to keep it forward. I'm not going to put effort into the chair. Hey, I'll see you guys.
All right, bye.
Thanks for coming. man. Great to meet
Should I give you like a bed of those to edit over, or can you find your own fingering noises?
Give me a bed, and then I'll maybe do.
Any more?
Give me a little more.
It's such a short bit. Do you need more?
Yeah, give me a lot more. It's you. I have so much.
Oh man, that's gonna need to be the post credits tag.
Yeah.